Live at 11.
Thanks for joining us on News Channel 3 Live at 11. I'm Princess Janae Steverson. Let's start tonight with a live look over downtown Kalamazoo on this Saturday evening. A chilly and cloudy day around West Michigan, and we could see some snow by the morning. Meteorologist Jeff Porter is in the Weather Alert Center with a look at your forecast. Jeff?
Princess, good evening. You can see it in that camera right there. It is snowing right now in downtown Kalamazoo. It's also snowing in South Haven. This is Phoenix Street, and by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, about a half an inch to an inch. If you are south of I-94, could see between 1 and 2 inches. Remember, some of this falling on wet pavement and warm pavement initially. That makes it tough to accumulate. Snow should end between 7 and 9 tomorrow morning. Lake effect will develop towards the immediate lakeshore by late afternoon. All right, blue means snow on live Doppler radar. We've got it in Kalamazoo and Portage, Texas Township, Scotts and Vicksburg. It's snowing in Mattawan and Paw Paw, Lawton and Decatur and Lawrence, Hartford. Also starting to snow in Battle Creek, East Leroy and Burlington. And now my friends as well in Three Rivers down to Vandalia, also Dowagiac. Snow, snow, and more snow. Here's the snow line at midnight in the early hours of tomorrow morning. We've got about 6 to 7 hours to accumulate. Snowing as well in Vicksburg. Live look, that's Prairie Street right now, and your temperatures are cooling down as we've been precipitating now, just barely above the freezing mark, Kalamazoo to Three Rivers and Sturgis. What time lake effect snow develops tomorrow? How much lake effect snow at the lakeshore? Princess, we're going to do that about 20 minutes.
New tonight, a West Michigan man is facing charges after crashing into a Walgreens. It happened late last night at the Walgreens on East Beltline Avenue near Plainfield Avenue, northeast in Grand Rapids. Officials tell us the store was closed at the time of the crash and nobody was inside. Police say the driver ran from the car after the crash but was quickly found and arrested. Police say the driver is behind bars tonight, facing multiple charges, including operating while intoxicated. A man is dead after a shooting in Kalamazoo. It happened around 11:15 last night in the Comstock Village Lane apartment complex in Comstock Township near H Avenue and Sprinkle Road. Deputies tell us they found a 35-year-old man at the scene who had been shot. He died at the scene. We're told investigators are in contact with a person of interest. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office or Silent Observer. We turn now to the death of former Western Michigan University football player Marshawn Kneeland. As we've told you, he died by suicide Thursday morning. His death is highlighting the immense pressure that athletes are under and an importance of mental health. Kneeland was drafted by the Cowboys in the second round of the 2024 NFL Draft, and he was coming off one of his best games as a pro, scoring a touchdown on Monday Night Football earlier this week. Dr. Katie Hurley was working with several athletes at various levels, and she's seen the struggles they face firsthand. Now, she says every athlete deals with their own internal pressure along with pressure from coaches, teammates, family, and fans.
We tend to put professional athletes on this pedestal and think they've made it, but each of these athletes has fought through different levels of adversity, different stressors, different pressures to get to where they are. There is extraordinary pressure to just achieve beyond what even feels human.
Hurley says connecting with anyone other than teammates can also be a struggle for athletes, but she tells us social connection is a crucial protection against depression and suicide. If you or anyone you know is struggling with mental health, there are resources, including the National Suicide Hotline. All you have to do is dial 988. The pieces are coming together tonight for a new soccer team coming to West Michigan. Today, Athletic Club Grand Rapids named Darius Barnes as president of the MLS Next Pro team coming to Grand Rapids. The 38-year-old spent the last 4 years helping build Major League Soccer's Charlotte FC franchise. Athletic Club Grand Rapids is expected to start play in 2027 in the MLS Next Pro League, which aims to serve as a player pathway league for players looking to go pro. We have an update tonight to a story we first told you about earlier this week. Tonight, officials tell us southbound US 131 is back open tonight in Allegan County after an overpass was hit by a truck on Monday. The crash was near 146th Avenue in Door Township. The crash marked the third time in just a year that the overpass along the Allegan County stretch of US 131 had gotten hit. But again, southbound 131 in Allegan County is back open tonight after that bridge was hit. Taking a live look over Capitol Hill, where the ongoing government shutdown, the longest in U.S. history, is continuing to impact SNAP recipients and air travelers. More than 1,000 flights were canceled Friday as a result of the shutdown, and SNAP benefits for the month of November remain in jeopardy. Andres Gutierrez has more.
Senators returned to Capitol Hill on Saturday for a weekend session aimed at bringing the government shutdown to an end. President Trump is in Florida, but before leaving Washington, he reiterated he wants Senate Republicans to break the filibuster to reopen the government.
We have a shutdown, as you probably know, because the Democrats have gone, they're crazy. They're crazy, but they don't care if they hurt the country.
On Friday, Democrats offered a compromise to reopen the government in exchange for a one-year extension of health care tax credits, but the proposal was rejected by Republicans. SNAP payments for the month of November remain in jeopardy because of the shutdown. Late Friday, the Supreme Court temporarily allowed the Trump administration to withhold about $4 billion in payments for SNAP food assistance that a federal judge had previously ordered.
I've actually ever been on public assistance in my adult life. And we held out pretty much as long as we possibly could. We used our savings, we used family, some credit cards.
The ongoing shutdown is causing a nightmare for flyers. The FAA ordered airlines to cut flights at 40 of the nation's busiest airports beginning Friday, causing more than 1,000 cancellations and more than 20,000 delays.
I mean, travel is stressful enough, and then you put these disruptions in place, and it really makes everything more challenging.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said the flight reductions will ramp up in the coming days in an effort to reduce the pressure on air traffic controllers. Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
President Trump is taking aim at foreign-owned meat packers. In a post to Truth Social, he accuses them of driving up the price of beef in the U.S. President Trump writes, quote, "While cattle prices have dropped substantially, the price of boxed beef has gone up. Therefore, you know that something is fishy." He says the Justice Department will open an investigation, and if any criminality is found, those responsible will pay a steep price. The threat comes as Trump and the GOP face criticism over the cost of living and groceries. Even with the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, holiday spending is expected to go up this year. The National Retail Federation forecast predicts that holiday sales will reach $1 trillion. Last year, spending reached $976 billion. Despite a projected rise in spending, experts say shoppers are more price sensitive and will be searching for deals. We're told the government shutdown could also make holiday spending uneven across different income brackets. Now, the NFR says the holiday shopping season goes until December 31st. A federal judge in Oregon permanently blocks President Trump from deploying the National Guard in Portland to respond to protest over his immigration policies. U.S. District Judge Karen Immergut, a Trump appointee, ruled there was no rebellion or danger of one in Oregon when the president ordered the Guard deployment. The Justice Department argued the move was needed to protect federal officers and property, pointing to threats and damage at an ICE facility. Oregon officials said the incidents were minor and handled locally. The Trump administration will likely appeal this ruling. This weekend marks the 50 years since the Edmund Fitzgerald sank in Lake Superior. How that tragedy helped shape and improve the safety of Great Lakes freighters.
Princess, thank you very much. Winter storm watches for heavy lake effect snow. We're going to show you where. You're watching News Channel 3 on a Saturday night.